Hi. So today we're in my storage unit. I figured Alright guys, as I kind of check out this container in a little more detail, it is a lot of photo albums, so it'll be a lot of trading cards, as I am a collector. But on the top I do see a Willy Wonka here. This will be from the new one. Well, wait, I guess there's a new one since the new one. This is from the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka.
Good morning, Starshine.
Stick. Oh,
the Earth says hello.
Stick thing all set there. Oh, and he's a talking one. See if we can get him talking in the back.
The waterfall is most important.
Noise.
Mixes the chocolate, churns it out, makes it light and frothy.
I believe this is by NECA. You know it's by NECA. This is an 18-inch doll. I'm sure they did a smaller doll. McFarlane used to do a ton of their characters in 18-inch and have them talk. He's motion detected, so if you wave something in front of him, he'll go off.
In the world mixes its chocolate by waterfall, my dear children.
With some great movie lines. Not a lot of articulations. He's kind of set to sit this way. His little cane thing.
You're really shouldn't mumble because it's kind of starting to bum me out.
I won't mumble. Has little speckles in it like candy. He's got his little watch thing there that's just on a chain. The chain does move, which is nice. I know he moves at the hips. Hat stays on. This arm stays bent. So, but his boots and such are very cool. He's got the little Wonka W on him. He came out in 2005. On and off switch on the back. Sounds like he says about 4 phrases. So, Willy Wonka by NECA. Very cool. Okay, so I see a couple. I thought there were game systems in here, but I see this game system box, which is GameCube. Just has other things in it. So we'll open that up and check it out. This is pretty cool. This is Voo Doo Girl. This is a Tim Burton tragic toy character. Oh, it comes with this book. It'll be the death of the Oyster Boy and other stories. This is Voo Doo Girl, but she actually comes with the toy of the Voo Doo Girl, so that's pretty cool. This is funny. I see we have the Avenging Narwhal.
Hi, buddy.
And it looks like he comes with different horns there and a couple of animals to avenge himself from. This one, the Avenging Unicorn playset. Comes with a mime, a businesswoman, and a hippie girl. And also different horns there. Alright, this is just a box. Oh, that's my homies. My homies.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, we're taking a look at Homies. Homies was an early 2000 fad that blew up pretty quickly. They were kind of like the blind boxes, if you will. There was tons and tons of them, and I was certainly ready to jump all over them. Homies originally, when I was leaving Toys R Us, for 50 cents, they had all those coin machines with little jankety toys in them that came in the little balls. And Homies started out there. Some of the earliest Homies, again, were just 50 cents. Eventually they went to $1 as they got much, much, much more popular. And they started making imitation style Homies and different categories of Homies and just random product of Homies. We got some mint container. This is early 2000s. Yeah, of course, still has the mint. Oh, and comes with a Homie. A couple keychains, Pez container, and I believe you. Oh, sure, look at that. She gets the candy for you. I don't think it's a real Pez product. It's not. It's just a candy container. Different categories. I mean, they came out with hood rats. These were all like, if you look, they're rats. I do have one here. They had just some original Homies packaging. Mihos came out. Palermos came out. The Mad Hopper was a pretty awesome car, a little remote action, does some bumping. Yeah. Oh, and the lights flash. Nice. Nice. And Joka Jams, the little guy, made. I think they made it like 3 or 4 of these. 3 or 4. What am I talking about? They probably made like the first series or something in these big ones. But Joka Jams was the one I got a hold of. He's pretty awesome. His little discs really move. I did end up missing the arm and needle piece there. That happens. He's separate from it, which is fun. But he's still got his little short pants. Looks the same as the little guy there. What's awesome about this one is the back of this thing is so detailed. It's got all the records and CDs, I suppose, down there, some boards, little plugins. It's all in there. It's one solid piece, but nice little detail. There are records on this little homie, but there's not. But it's the same kind of pants. And eventually, you didn't even have to get them in the little Toys R Us coin machines. They would be all over the place. You could get them in stores. They really got pretty popular. But they would do some really neat ones. They even did, like, you can see these ones. They were already tiny, but they decided to make even smaller ones, which is cool. Ooh, the chefin was fun. You can see just the different varieties. This one here, I'm not a bobblehead guy at all, but this is a bobblehead one. This is his original one, and then the tiny one. Fly Girl. So many different ones. And then they had the dogs come in. Here's some little chihuahuas in there. Bulldog style. This guy has a little chameleon on his shoulder. This girl's holding a king cobra. That guy's shirt, you can see it says Best Guy, but it's styled as the Best Buy shirt. Graffiti artist there. See a Miho there from the Miho series. I can see these guys are probably Palermos by their shape. They came out with some real random ones. The pigeons, that was fun in the trash can. They had the Clown Homies series. Little Chili Pepper. This guy's getting his hair did. That's a Palermo. These came out in 2002, so you got your grad. Little Mexican flag homie. Little American flag homie. The wheelchair homie guy was sought after. I got him once without him in the wheelchair. It was just the chair itself, and there's a random boombox in there. But that was a score, even though it was a misprint, if you will. The death one back there. Oh, he's doing some ironing. Sitting and thinking. These are imitation. They got popular enough where everybody was making them. So you got all these imitation homies. Like there's a series, these dancing girls. These really poorly made. They're kind of thicker, but fun. You get a DJ in there. He's doing some break dancing. They're all like watching. You can see these are much skinnier. Mom in the kitchen. You do have a couple of cook ones over here. The little server with her tray, protester. Homies. Alright, so in this box here, just in opening it, we got ducks.
Oh, rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Vo-vo-vo-deo, rubber ducky, joy of joy. When I squeeze you, you make noise. Rubber ducky, you're my very best friend, it's true. Rub-a-dub-dubby, rubber ducky, you're so fine. Oh, rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Vo-vo-vo-deo, rubber ducky, joy of joy.
All right, and then there's one more like box in here, and so I went full of random toys. Let's see, we got a vote for Pedro. That's pretty cute, and then it looks so
You
cute.
can say that again. Also, I'm trained to become cute splitter. But Brian, don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
I don't really recall seeing that or owning it. It's not something I would have bought.
So I'm sure it was a gift from a faraway land, and I appreciate it. Oh, looks like we got, this is fun. A Vegas ashtray. Ooh, here's some Las Vegas dice. This says Chris. This is Chris dice. Oh my gosh, it's P Guy.
So P Guy was just this guy, and he's literally just peeing. Hey, it's P Guy. But I thought that was the funniest, and I'd given to all my friends. So I can see in here I have at least 2 P Guys, if not more. I bought so many of these when I first saw them because they were cheap and they were funny. They are made by Accoutrements, who does all the, I did a full-on video on Accoutrements. Those were the Avenging Norwal as well. They're pretty funny people over there, so that's really funny to see. It's P Guy. So in this bag I see other plastic bags, and it looks like these are just full-on collections. Yeah, these are just open toys. A lot of Hello Kitty and a lot of miniature Product, wacky packages it looks like.
I'm not gonna bust this open right now. I'll keep some because I love miniature things. So it's like just a bunch of random open toys. Nothing themed or specific, although this one is all my California raisins. What? California raisins? Alright, we're taking a look at the California Raisins collection here. A little more closer look. Lots of fun ones in here. Got a Michael Jackson one, kind of a John Lennon-y one. I know Hardee's did, like, they weren't Happy Meals, but you'd go in and buy them from Hardee's, and so that's what these 6 here represent. Those are all from Hardee's, and I think they must have done a series too, because I can see like this little shopper lady is holding a Hardee's bag, and I remember, I want to say these guys are from the second series later that they did for Hardee's, but I don't totally remember. It was a long time ago. They did some offshoots. They did a little broccoli Jimi Hendrix, kind of a sexy banana, if you will, and then a manager style, what was that, turnip, radish, rutabaga, something like that. Got a little cigar in his hand, sandals. Real 90s style to him. You can see kind of the haircuts, the shopper girl, the boots here. Her pink boots are very 90s. During the holidays, man, I was excited to go into the store and see the Christmas ones or the Valentine's Day ones. So they did have some special edition ones that were super fun, including, again, the Michael Jackson one. These are all done by Applause. This is going to be the late 80s, early 90s. I remember walking around the mall and there would be like, I don't remember if there were Applause stores, but like stores with just tons of these kind of PVC characters in them with whatever was hot at the time from movies. I have something from Batman, from the Michael Keaton Batman, and just anything hot they would make these little rubbery PVC characters out of. And the raisins were hot at the time, and so they made tons of them. This was probably over an expansion of, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I would say, and then they just kind of faded out. But California raisins. All right, so another bag. This one looks fairly random, but I do see a ton of, there's a ton of these little voodoo charm characters. Ooh, some of them are really cute. All right, so in that last bag, that was kind of random. It had some Smurfs in it, which there's a good chance if you open a box with open toys, there's going to be some random Smurfs. I've certainly got some Smurfs throughout my time. What's neat about this is it has this backpacky Smurf in it, and he traveled around with me all over the place when I was doing a lot of traveling, so that was fun to see him. Otherwise, some basics. I can see some brainy Smurf back there, a little hippie Smurf, some books. Sleeping Smurf. And this neat little collection of these yarn ball heads that were hot at one time. I think these are all over now, like Hot Topic and such. And then on the back, it would give the cutest little angel watches over you when you don't want to be alone. I mean, come on. So they were very sweet, the ones with these tags. I do have some random ones as well. Theme-wise, look at this guy. He's got his little inside stitched up. What's this guy's story? Monster Man helps you to see the beauty inside. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So, very sweet. Ooh, this is a piratey one. Look at this peg leg. That's fun. This is cool. These are actually kind of neat. Honestly, it was like, oh, I'm tossing everything in this bag, but those are cute. Falling in love with them. I see we have a couple of Metal Gear Solid Kubrick extras still wrapped up in their packages, which is cool. Just the soldiers. Oh my gosh, so many soldiers.
Ooh, Jeffrey's Toys. This is one of my favorite toy stores in San Francisco. It's loaded with Metal Gear Solid Lego style figures. They weren't Legos, they were Kubricks. God, these things were so expensive. They'd come in those blind boxes so you didn't know who you were getting. They looked kind of dumb, but it was the only kind of collector like Metal Gear toy they had, and I was such a huge Metal Gear fan.
Alright, so we're looking at Metal Gear Solid 2 Kubrick figures. Some of the first blind boxes I was ever introduced to. These are from Japan. They were expensive too. They came with these 6 figures, and oh yes, if you were lucky, the impossible to find Raiden figure, which I did end up finding. But these were $10 to $15 a box, which sucked to get doubles, and it certainly happened. These were true blind boxes. Before QR codes or internet searches, you just had to go for it. So, and they sounded the same as far as shaking them. They're a bunch of accessories. So that's why you get a bunch of extras. But you can see this guy's got kind of a tan outfit. These guys have lighter outfits. They've got exclamation points above their heads because in the game, when they were alerted to you, little exclamation points would pop up and the noise would happen. If they thought they'd heard you, question mark. And if you were able to get behind them and knock them out, little Z's would float up above their heads as they were knocked out. Got some of the main characters. We got Ocelot, which had the double pistols, big end fight. He was very cool. Olga, Soviet enemy. And what the heck was that? Otacon was the scientist. He was one of the main scientists that was involved in the storyline. Got some night vision soldiers, and this guy's got his little machine gun. They all like have holster areas in their belts, and she even has one for her knife. Yeah, these characters were cool. I remember when they came out, it was like 2001, but I got them a little later. I was living in San Francisco, and there was this cool Out of This World is what it was called, and it was in the old, I think it was the city center where the PlayStation store was. And I would go in there, and they had some of the Japanese figures, and again, $10 to $15 blind boxes, but there wasn't a lot of Metal Gear Solid 2. I remember getting a 12-inch doll of Solid Snake, but I sold them years ago for hundreds of dollars because they were just valuable. But I was very, very much into the game, big fan of it, so when they came out, I was very excited. All right, so some of their accessories and weapons that they come with. The guards had their shields, and then a bunch of guns. I can see Ocelot's 2 pistols for that iconic boss battle. Some backpacks. There's Olga's knife. That was Otacon's briefcase, and it opened up to a little laptop. Closes nicely. Some guns. Look, I can see this has still got a hand attached to it. And there's Raiden's sword, so he's somewhere. Metal Gear Solid 2.
Right, and then down here in this last plastic bag, looks like I always got to be something with rock stars. Very nicely packaged. They're full stage sets up. This is Power Man 5000. You can see the bandmates right there. These little blocks are parts of the stage that build up and form their stage. And then I have the exact same thing. This one's even a little more, ooh, flames and stuff. This is for Kiss. And then I can see they've got their backgrounds here. Oh, here's one of the stage areas. You click the bricks into there. It's one of the Smitis. I've done some of the Smitis. I know in the Crispy's toy room I did Limp Biscuit and No Doubt. So yeah, that clicks into there. Power Magazine. Oh, there's the limited edition Smiti, which again is usually just the number, but that's Power Man 5000. All right, man. That's what's in the box. Empty container. Thanks for playing with me. See you next time.